I'm showing you fucking every other part of my life, like when I had chlamydia in both holes in episode 2 or 3, so it can't be that bad. But I don't know what episode it is. I just figured that I had limited time to record it, which I could record it tomorrow or the next day, but as you can probably hear, I think I might lose my voice by the end of tomorrow because it is a busy day at work. There are at least 100 patients coming in, so I will be talking to a lot of people, and I don't think that my voice will survive tomorrow, so therefore we record today. The story time for this episode is about my weekend because it just happened. It's most recent in my memory. I don't think it's super entertaining, but it's not super boring either, so here we go. I have been Ubering, or I've had friends or people from work drive me places because I don't have a car because it's written off, if you heard from the last episode. And this time leaving work last Friday, I was like, well, I will just maybe walk this time until I feel like I don't want to anymore, and then I'll just get an Uber. And I ended up walking for an hour and a half all the way downtown to a little bar that I really like. Really, really, really like this cocktail bar. Pricey, worth it. Like, it's the kind of bar that you go to and it's like, pricey, yes. And then you either eat the food or drink the cocktails or just experience the experience of the gorgeous fucking vibe that I can't even explain how much I like it. Anyway, so I go there because I'm like, girl, you just walked an hour and a half. You deserve a cocktail. And then I have 4 more cocktails. And then I meet this other girl who's sitting at the bar. And she's like, do you want to go to this bar? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Meet up with her friend at this bar. This bar has too long of a lineup, so we dip and go to the country bar that I usually go to. And it's dead in the best way. So your girl uses the fucking stage or dance floor, Jesus Christ, because there's 4 people on it, and just I used it as my own runway. I had a great time. I stayed until 2 a.m. I overtipped people, which I would also like to point out on the topic of overtipping and how I'm very aware that some people may see that as virtue signaling, and I'm very aware that other people probably don't share their kindest gestures so that they're not seen as performative, which I think that needs to stop because I think it's very important, especially right now, to share the kind things that you might have done, whether it's like giving a homeless person on the street your sandwich or over-tipping to somebody who might not be getting paid during their shift, or that's part of the story which I'm not going to go into because it's not that fun or exciting. But anyway, and just so that other people of the same mindset feel seen and they feel like there's a reason for their sacrifices because other people are like making them. Not that it's like a sacrifice that's not worth it, but I tip 30+% almost every single fucking time that I either am getting a drink at a bar or I'm getting takeout or I'm having a drink at a bar somewhere. I overtip every time. And I've always not wanted to say that because I feel like it sounds performative, but honestly, I'm showing you fucking every other part of my life, like when I had chlamydia in both holes in episode 2 or 3, so it can't be that bad that, like, I talk about everything here. So may as well talk about everything, whether somebody thinks it's virtue signaling or not, because I've pretty much, knock on wood, experienced all different genres of vitriol that I think that, not vitriol or passive aggressiveness, whatever the fuck you want to call it, since I've been loud. So I think it's important to talk about the kind things that you do, whether it feels like virtue signaling or not, or you think somebody else is going to think you're being performative, share it, because there are other people in your circle, and probably a lot more than we all think, who just want to see that other people are doing the same things they are, because we're losing hope otherwise. I'm losing hope. I saw this girl post that she went through a McDonald's drive-thru. She didn't have enough to make rent. She was exhausted. And then saw a homeless man limping, and she gave him her one of 2 hash browns, because just like we're all human beings and we should all wow, this is getting really off track. I feel like you get it. I hope you get it. I hope that makes sense. It should make sense. Please take it into your daily lives. Like, whether it's doing a kind gesture or talking about the kind gesture that you did, because sometimes people are just living their fucking life and being their fucking self and having their fucking personality, and y'all want to call it performative if it's a good thing. Like, what do you mean? Like, the criticism out here is insane, I say as I yell into a microphone for 65% of my podcast. Anyway, basically that was my story time. I fucking danced the night away, had a great time. I was Ubering everywhere, so I was like, well, I'm Ubering, not driving, so I can have as many fucking cocktails and beers as I want at these places and just fucking dance the night away, because there's like 6 people here, so who cares? And it was a really good time. That was my story time. Anyway, my topic of discussion is going to be about Pride Month. And I feel a lot of joy and a lot of disappointment and a lot of sadness and a lot of connection with the queer community at this point in Pride, which it's the 8th as I'm recording this, so we're in just the first week of it, and I have a lot of emotions, because, like, have you noticed this LGB in quotations shit? Because I thought that it was just like a one-time thing, like a one-person thing. When somebody sent me that video last week that I talked about last week on the podcast, I thought that was a one-time thing. I thought this was, or maybe like 6 people were doing it. I didn't realize it was a fucking trend, bro. What do you mean? LGB? Do you not, okay. And it's mostly, if not all, gay men addressing the 2S LGBTQIA plus community as LGB, which I don't expect anyone to memorize all of that. Not in the least, but everybody can remember LGBT. It is 4 letters. The alphabet has 26. Most children learn the alphabet by age 4, so 36-year-old fucking Josh can learn LGBT and say it and acknowledge all 4 letters, because it's not that hard. Anyway, for real though, excluding the T in LGBT separates the trans community from the queer community, obviously. And, side note, if you feel like there's too many letters to remember and you'd like a simplified version and you want to be like politically correct-ish, but not say the whole phrase to SLGBTQIA plus community, totally understand. You can refer to us, because I feel like this encompasses, if not most of us, but all of us, as queer, or as the queer community, which totally works. Said with kindness and respect, of course. Anyway. Excluding the T from LGBT, the entire queer community is indebted to Black trans women. Because if you didn't know, the whole reason that Pride is a fucking thing is because Black trans women in 1969 started a fucking riot, and it was like an uprising of a protest of the mistreatment of LGBT people and queer people. And they had just had a fucking enough. And the Black trans women at that basically uprising are the reason that we now celebrate Pride and protest the discrimination and abuse amongst the queer community and the vitriol they receive. And now we're being proudly acknowledged, proudly celebrated, and that's the result of Black trans women in 1969 in June. That's why Pride Month is June. And so to exclude the T from LGBT during Pride Month just shows your ignorance toward the community, and it makes you look like you just aren't that fucking smart, man. I don't know. It makes you look like there's not a lot between the ears, because the entire fucking Pride Month is based on black trans women in June in 1969 causing an uprising. Like, bro, do you even know what you're talking about? Because it doesn't fucking look like you do. And it's perfect because those videos are not directed toward the queer community, because I'm sure they know, the queer community knows how fucking important, or any normal person, honestly, that has the fucking IQ to realize that everybody's fucking different in their sexuality and how they dress and how they speak and what their morals are, what their religion is. If you don't fucking realize that, keep up. Like, get it together. It's 2026. Jesus Christ. Anyway, where was I going with that? Hold on. Let me think. I need to... I remember now. So, we are indebted to this community, and there are gay men posting videos about, like, pushing a, in quotations, LGB agenda, which so fucking stupid, because it's not actually directed toward the queer community. It is directed toward the straight fucking mega community. Maple mega, fucking American mega, whatever the fuck, or just far right-wing conservative, super, like, evangelical Christian shit where you just fucking don't acknowledge that there's other human beings around you that might live different lives, and they know it's not directed at the queer community, and that the algorithm is headed toward straight fucking people that don't want other people around them with a different sexuality to have rights. And that's how it's framed, because clearly the straight fucking community in that area, unless you're an ally, isn't very educated on the queer community and the oppression of the queer community and what Pride means and what the month means and where it came from. Queer people know that. A lot of straight people don't fucking know that. So that's what those videos are actually directed to. And it's for monetization and for the back and forth and for the fucking arguments that there's going to be in the comments and the interactions because of the anger that people have over it, which, well deserved. And it's just so fucking disappointing, because I'm like, was this here a year ago? Was I just not paying attention? I don't get it. Because the fucking the T in LGBT is the fucking coolest group of all of us. And I will say that with full confidence to the lesbians, bisexuals, gay people, trans people are fucking bringing up our group average, man. They are the coolest humans ever. If you don't know someone who's trans, I highly recommend you go to a fucking Pride march or event or something in this month, whether it's this year or next year, because I also missed Pride again this year, and every other fucking year, because something always seems to come up. And this year I was going to buy a car because my other car was a write-off, and I missed Pride for it, and it was stupid. Anyway, I genuinely think you should go there and just take a fucking cruise around, take a walk around. Everyone's having a good time. Everybody's happy. No one's being judgmental. It's a no judgment zone. Like, it's a great time, I promise. Because, like, well, lies. I've spent an hour at a Pride event, and it was just amazing, the connection and, like, the openness. And you look around and you look at people and you make eye contact and you see in their, like, connection with you in that moment that they accept you and they love you and they don't care what your sexuality is, what color your skin is, what your religion is. You can just feel it in LGBT events during Pride Month, especially, because they know what it's like to not feel accepted. and they know how shitty it is, so they want to make everybody else feel accepted. And that's the majority of the humans that are attending Pride marches and Pride Month. And I really think you should go and experience it, because I really think you're missing out if you think that it's too gay for you, or if it's too sexualized for you, or if it's too whatever your issue is. Give it a go. Like, explore your life a little bit more. I'm not saying go suck a dick, or if you're a woman, go eat a pussy. I'm just saying attend Pride Month. It's so much fun. And there's like kid-friendly events and shit. If you're like really worried about your children seeing a sexy dance from a trans person, or like drag queen, or whatever, if you're really that concerned, then just go to the kids-friendly event, or like the Sunday 11 a.m. event. I don't know, but I promise it's a good time. I promise there's good people there. I promise they only want the best for themselves and the people around them, and they are not trying to hurt you or indoctrinate anyone or shove it down your throat. They're just trying to live their life as straight people get to all the time, every day, 24/7, who are out here saying, I don't mind it. I'm not homophobic, but I just don't want it shoved down my throat. It's like, oh, but you're straight. So like, are you hiding your straightness from your family and your friends and your social media? And when you walk down the street, do you pretend to not be straight? Like, how about you don't shove it down my throat? Like, what if we reverse this situation? You know what I mean? This all feels like such a fucking simple concept to me that I feel like I'm preaching to the fucking choir. Like, anyone listening here probably knows that, like, yeah, duh. But apparently some people don't, because I was looking at the comments on the LGB fucking video, and they're agreeing with this motherfucker. It's just not, it's not great. It's not a good time in that part of it. But anyway, there's good and bad. There's yin and yang, or whatever the fuck, throughout life, I guess. You have to get used to it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about how fucked up it is to not acknowledge the trans community and the queer community, because they're the reason that we have the rights that we are struggling to keep now. Yeah, that's it. I will see you next week. I would assume that my voice will be better. I feel like it's gotten worse since the beginning of this recording to the end of this recording. And so I'm really fucking glad that I recorded it today, not tomorrow, which you're welcome, because I went out of my way. I could have been lazy. I could have fucking went outside, smoked a joint, came back in, cuddled my dog, sat in bed, and just recorded tomorrow, and then edited and posted the next day. But no, I wanted to do this for y'all and have a chat with y'all. So I figured I would lose my voice by the end of tomorrow, and I was like, well, this is my last time to record this episode before I am literally squeaking into a microphone, because I've already done that a couple of times. And yeah, so that's my life right now. Written off car, new car, don't like the new car, don't really have a voice, had a really fucking great time on the weekend, let go, had a good time, got mad that LGB people exist, and then wanted to talk about why that's stupid. And now I am just gonna go, because I suck at outros. So, as y'all know by this point, and actually feels less awkward now, because I'm like, y'all are used to the awkward goodbye, so like, bye.